Yes.
And I want each and every single one of you guys to repeat after me. And everything I say to you, I want you guys to mean it and have it come from the heart. Yes. I am loved.
I am loved.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
I am blessed.
I am blessed.
I could do anything I put my mind to.
I can do anything I put my mind to.
I am more.
I am more.
Are you guys gonna have a seat? So the reason why I started off my panel like that was because that's how every classroom in America should be started off. Not even in America, in the world should be started off. And honestly, I'm nervous as hell. I didn't even know I was gonna be up here and speak to you guys today. But the reason why I say every classroom should be started off like that is because when I walk into a classroom, the first thing I'm handed is a piece of work or my test score. And I'm told, hey, this is what you are. But I'm never told that I'm more than. I'm never told I'm worth something. I'm never told that I'm beautiful. I'm never told that I'm grateful. I'm never told that I'm blessed. And as educators, I feel like sometimes you guys forget that it's not about just teaching us a math problem or teaching us how to put a period at the end of a sentence. Sometimes as students, we're dealing so much in our homes and within our families and with our friends that we don't have the time or the motivation to focus on this paper that's right in front of us. And for me, all throughout my education, I've had a teacher tell me, hey, you failed this test. Hey, do you even write this paper? Are you even capable of passing this test? Why didn't you show up to class? But never once have I been told, hey, you can do this. You're worth something. You're grateful. You're humble. You're going to go to college. You're going to be somebody. You're destined for something great. And I feel like that's something that we forget. And things like those sentences were never something that I was told in my home. My mom never told me that. My father never told me that because they were all battling their own war. They were all battling something that they couldn't, have the space or the love within themselves to spread more love. And as teachers, it's not always about, hey, let me teach this math problem. Hey, let me do this, let me do that. And it's about sometimes serving your students and understanding that we are going through stuff. And for me, my senior year in high school was the toughest year for me. And it got to points where I was literally hurt and wanted to not even live no more. Where a 17-year-old was praying that, dang, I don't have the courage to commit suicide, but I wish God that he hits me by a car this morning. That's what I was wishing for. Because I didn't have a single teacher tell me, hey, you're gonna get through whatever you're going through in life, or you're more than whatever you're dealing with right now, and that you're gonna get far in life, and you're gonna be somebody one day. And because of that, I had to move away from the environment that I was in, because I knew I was not gonna heal in that same environment that I got sick in. I knew it was toxic, and I had to remove myself out of that, because the people that I thought were there to help me didn't even tell me that I was somebody. And so my first year of college, I went all the way to Nashville. And I went to a historically black school because I wanted to go to a historically black school at that time. I wanted to be surrounded by people that looked like me because I was never told that my complexion was the reason why I was beautiful, or that my hair was the reason why I was beautiful. So I surrounded myself with people that look like me, that talk like me, that act like me. And within that space, I was able to heal and grow as a person and find who I was as a person. 2 or 3 years ago, I would never be in front of an audience like this, even one single person, and have the courage to speak. I would be in the back hiding. I can't do it, I won't do it, telling myself I can't because nobody told me that I could. And because of that 1 year, I grew myself. I said, you know what, nobody knows me. I'm gonna be the person who I've always wanted to be. I'm gonna wear what I want, do what I want, speak what I want, wear what I want, be who I want, because nobody can tell me nothing. They don't know who I was. And then after that, I'm very blessed that I got to have that experience and really grow as an individual and as a black woman in this country. But it wasn't fair to me to just have that opportunity to myself. And then I came back home. I was like, you know what, I'm healed. Now I can pass on what I learned to younger generations and younger people, or people my age or people even older. So then I couldn't really, I started off with my siblings at first. And I read books now, like personal growth books. I talk to anybody that I can possibly talk to. I even found the courage to change my major and realized that maybe a doctor was never what I wanted to do, that I was living somebody else's dream. And now I'm living for myself because I realized that I'm more than. And as I start off with my little siblings, and then a couple of days ago, one of my little sisters said, "Oh my God, why is it that we know what LOL means or WYD, but we don't know what CEO means?" And it's like, what are we really teaching our students in our classrooms? It's not I have never in my life used a math problem that I learned in my class outside of school. And it's programs like I Am that are really needed in our schools, because now young kids are taught, hey, you're worthy of doing whatever it is that you want.
Right.
2 years ago, I didn't have the courage to get up to an audience, stand up, and even talk, and look what I'm doing now. But it's programs like this that students need, and it's reinforcing in our students that even if it's one little student, step up aside and say, hey, you can do this math problem, or you could do this, you could do that, or you're beautiful, or even complimenting their shoes or their hair, because that's something that we know we're not hearing at home. But that's all.